Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Nasu, Fight for Kidneys. Again, today we are here to talk about the kidney functions and what exactly the kidneys do. In our previous video, we talked about the location of the kidneys and what's inside a kidney, what makes a kidney. So today we will go over again, and it's like I touched a little bit about the kidney function, but today we will touch more depth of kidney functions. What exactly do the kidneys do? Let's visit back my last video. What did we say about the kidneys? We got two kidneys. They are bean shaped. They are the size of our fist. They are the master plant. And that's where we're gonna find out why are the kidneys the master plant in our body. Like I used the scenario about kidneys being like a water plant. And most of people who live in the city, they understand when I talk about water plant. Like the water city, it gets all dumped into this water plant and it's cleaned and then it's put back in the water system or in our pipes, and that's what we drink back, we use in the homes. So most people, now that they know that we have a kidney, they are probably wondering, what does kidney do? So the main functions of the kidneys is to maintain a chemical balance. How do they maintain this chemical balance? And when you hear about the chemical balance, what's a chemical balance? You know, there are those in our body, we have all this chemistry. And we have these chemicals in our body. So I bet most of you have heard about sodium or salt. There's potassium, there's calcium, there is magnesium. I mean, there are all those chemicals in our body. And how do we get these chemicals in our body? Most of them is through that we consume the food we eat or the products we drink. They have all these chemicals in them, and most of the time those chemicals are good for our body. Potassium is good, sodium is good, calcium is good, magnesium is good. All of them are good. It's when they are in extreme excess that they become harmful to our body. So you eat, let's just talk about the basics. So you eat, drink, then your kidney filters whatever gets in your body. It's filtered. And like I talked earlier, like people think like we have a lot of blood goes through our brain. No. Or our heart. No. A lot of blood goes, the highest blood passes through our kidneys to filter, and they filter all those chemicals and the nutrients, and they're put back into the body, and the excess and the toxin and all the ones that the body doesn't need, it get rid of them. And that's how it's a master plan, because it cleans up the blood, all the water component in the blood in our body, and then get rid of that extra fluid. And most of the time, that's why the kidney, I mean, when you pee, just a basic urine can tell you so much. Anywhere in the world, you do not have to be in developed country for people to do a kidney function test. Just the urine itself will tell you a lot about your kidney. How are your kidneys doing? And even just looking at it will tell so much. It'll tell you something is not right. You know, if your kidneys, and we'll come to that, how you can tell the kidney function from all those urine tests. So does the kidney just filter blood? Most people are wondering, okay, you have just told me about that the kidneys filters blood and get rid of the toxin and do that. Is that all? Why are you calling it the master plan? Or why are you calling it this important kidney? Why are we even talking about it? Yes, we're not just talking about kidney. And why are we bringing awareness? It's not just because it filters blood. It has other important functions, or it has another important job activities that it does. That is that the body cannot do without it. So one of the things that kidneys do is they help regulate our blood pressures. So you might find out when people have an interchangeable plate, so it's your blood, if your blood pressure is too high, it can also damage the kidneys and stop regulating them. But also the kidneys help that regulation of blood pressure. And then when we talk about it, because there's too many things, and I said I'm giving guys a chunk of a little bit of stuff. Little informations that you guys can be able to understand and be able to take one at a time. So, and then I break it little by little. So right now I'm just saying the basic. Yes, just know kidneys regulate blood pressure. And then when we get to talk about blood pressure and how it's regulated, then we'll touch about how, and those things will connect. But like tonight now, just know if that's the kidney regulate, maintain your blood pressure so that your blood pressure be within a controllable range. Because if it's not controlled, then there are so many things also can happen with high blood pressure. Other than damaging your kidney, there are so many things that can happen if your blood pressure is now in control. It also controls sodium and fruits level in your body. So you take all this sodium, or drink all this salt in your body, that's the kidney regulate that. It also stimulates the production of red blood cells. So one thing, when the kidneys have failed, it's very, very important to make sure you are checking your red blood cells, and they are checked through a lab that is called hemoglobin. And that's when you hear most people go to the doctor and they say, hey, I'm feeling so tired. I'm feeling very tired. Because and for every exercise they do, they feel like they can do it. They are fatigued, they can breathe, all those things. Because the red blood cells that are produced, that the kidney help the production of those red blood cells, because it produces some hormones. You have red blood cells productions. And what do red blood cells do? They carry oxygen. So if you don't have enough oxygen, you're going to be feeling tired. And that's what I was to say, that when most people go to the doctor, they go to say, hey, I'm here because because I'm feeling so tired. I wake up, I'm already tired. I do just sweep the floor, I feel so tired. I can't climb the stairs. I can't even climb 2 steps or 2 staircases. And I'm just so tired. I feel out of breath. And that's when the doctors will trigger to check those things. The other thing is that it creates vitamin D to help you absorb calcium. So you see how it's a master plan. So it also produces vitamin D that help absorb calcium. And then you do not need a lot of calcium in your body. And we'll talk about it, that when you have all this excess, if your kidneys are not functioning, when you have this excess, what happens to your body? What happens to your bone? We know we need the calcium for strong bones. So if your kidney is not working, your body, it's like it's not functioning. That's why it's so important and that's why we are talking about kidneys, to bring awareness. Because so many people, like I said, and I'm gonna sing this song every day, or every time I every time I do a video, I have to remind you, one adult out of 3 are at a risk for kidney failure. And that's in America itself. Think about it. These are the places where other countries where people are not even talking about it. Think about that person in the rural village where they normally takes forever to, they don't even have a YouTube. They don't even have this information on their cell phones. They don't have all this technology that where they can be reached. Can you imagine how many more people? That could be probably 6 or 7. The number could double. That's just in America, one of the developed countries. And yes, we are saying there is a problem. So we gotta talk about kidneys. We gotta know about kidneys. And the more we talk, the more we go seek medical attention, the more we ask the question. No matter what, everybody should be checked by a doctor. Whether you're healthy, you need that medical checkup annually. If you're at a risk factors or if you have other conditions, you need to get checked every 6 months. And those are the questions you ask your doctor. No matter what takes you, if you're going there because you have cancer, if you're going there because you have some if you have autoimmune disease, that's what I wanted to say. For whatever reasons, you go see your doctor. Even to go see your doctor for eyes, you have to ask them, how are my kidneys? Because if your kidneys are not functioning, your blood pressure is not working. It's because your kidneys are damaged because of blood sugar, because of blood pressure. That will affect your eyes, will affect your sight, and that's why most people might go to their ophthalmologist or their eye doctor and say, hey, I'm seeing blood, or I'm seeing this, and then that's when they check and they see, hey, your eyes, something is going on, and then they'll tell you need to go to your primary doctor to get your kidney function checked, or and they need to explore whether you are diabetic or whether you have high blood pressure. So it's important to talk about kidneys. It's about time we talk about kidney health and talk about it, because like in my previous video, I said millions and millions of people are walking out there all over the world with kidney failure, but they don't know until at the last stage where they really are, when they seek the medical attention. It's like they have to have dialysis. And if they had that conversation with their doctors and they're asking, how are my kidneys? When you see your doctor, say, how are my kidneys? And that's a conversation starter. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you let somebody else know. Let's talk about it. Let's have a healthy kidneys. Let's talk about kidney health. Let's talk about kidneys. Let's know our kidneys. Let's fall in love with our kidneys like we have fallen in love with our hearts. Till next time, thank you.